Hi everyone, it's Mary Beth. Welcome to our art lesson for today and welcome back from winter break. I hope everyone had a really nice break from school, that you got to have some fun time with your families, and that you're ready to now do some art. We're going to do a snowy day collage and it's going to end up looking sort of like this, and I'll show you how. This is a collage work because we're taking different things and putting them onto, we're going to glue them onto a piece of paper, and then we're going to use a little bit of paint to make the snow. So let's look at our materials. This is my workspace, and I have, this is just a piece of scrap paper that I put underneath so that I can protect my work surface here. You should have gotten in your take-home bag a piece of cardboard, square piece of blue construction paper, and then several smaller pieces in different colors that have triangles penciled on them. You also got a couple of cotton swabs, a container with some white paint, and then other things you'll need that were not in your bag are a pair of scissors, a glue stick, or some kind of glue, and a marker. Doesn't have to be a Sharpie, it can be any kind that you like to use. It could also be a colored pencil or a crayon. Okay, let's get started. So as you can see, this is a picture of a snowy day, and we're going to use all the different materials we have and supplies to create this scene. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to cut out the blue. Now the blue can kind of be just the background, or it can be a lake if you want. It kind of might look like a little dark lake or just a dark night. I outlined in pencil a shape that you're welcome to use, or you can do any shape that you want. Maybe you want it to be more of a round or an oval shape. I'm going to go ahead and cut on close to the lines that I put on there. This is good practice for cutting. This is not a perfect square, is it? We've got kind of rounded edges. So there's that shape. You could also do, like I said, you could make it more of an oval, or really any shape that you want. The idea is that that shape will be the background, so that you can see the snow once you paint it on there. So let's get out our glue stick. We'll make some things a little bit here. Glue that onto the white cardboard. There we go. Now we have our background. The next thing is to cut out some of these shapes, which are going to be the trees. You can cut on the pencil lines that I have drawn on there, or you can cut them differently if you would like to. I'm going to cut out put my scraps over to the side. I'm going to go ahead and cut out all of the trees before I glue them on. Yellow tree, green tree, and another green tree. When we do art, sometimes things aren't the same color as they are in nature, and that's okay. That's part of the art process. We know that these are trees by their shape, and then we're going to make them look more like trees, but they're not really colored like trees, are they? A couple of them. So you're going to arrange them onto your art scene. You can either put them down below, or you can put them right up in the glue area, or you can mix it up a little bit and do them differently like that. So now we take our glue stick, put some glue on the back of each one. I like to do my glue stick on a scrap piece of paper because sometimes I don't get the glue all on the piece that I'm trying to glue, and it's nice to not get that extra glue right onto my project. So I move this over here to put the glue on. There's another tree. By putting them at different levels, it's going to make it look like our trees are not all sitting right on one line. It's going to look more like a real forest looks, or a real group of trees. That's called perspective. When you move things around in your art so that they look a certain way. Okay, so we have our trees. Now we need to draw the trunks and the branches. So let's do that. I'm going to use, oops, I forgot to put my lid back on. Lid back on. Okay, so I'm going to start right about, not quite to the top of the tree, and go straight down and even past the bottom of the tree, because this is where it goes into the ground. And then I'm going to just draw some branches off the sides. Sometimes branches don't go out perfectly straight, do they? Sometimes they go out like that. You can do it however you would like. And one more. Okay, the last thing we're going to add are some snowflakes. And we're going to do that using the white paint that came in your take-home bag. So you can do this a couple of different ways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very small little blob of paint on my paper here using my dropper. This is a jar that has a dropper right built into the lid. And so I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to lift it up a little bit, squeeze and let go. And then I should have some paint in my dropper. I'm going to drop a couple drops onto my paper. Only need a little bit. And then I'm going to use one of my cotton swabs as my little paintbrush. Dip it in and start making the snow. You can dip it in again to get more paint on your cotton swab. You can make it snowing a lot or just a little bit. And you can put snow onto the trees. If you ever go out on a snowy day and see lots of snow on the branches, I love that. Love a snowy day in winter. Hopefully we'll get some snow so we can play outside. All right, that looks like a really fun snowy day to me. This is so fun. I just want to keep doing it. All right, I think that I am happy with that. It's a snowy day collage. Remember that you can sign your artwork. So you can sign it at the bottom or at the top. Sometimes I just put my initials which are M, B, O. If you don't want to sign it on the front, you can wait until it's dry and sign it on the back. So this will need to dry a little bit so that the paint, because the paint is wet right now, of course. So you can set it in a safe place to dry. You can leave it on your scrap paper here. But remember, you do have some paint here if that's how you did this. Another way to do it is to take a small little container and to drop some paint into the container. But like I said, you really don't need very much at all. So after I'm done, I'm going to tidy up my workspace and put all my materials back where they go. Put these into either a bin or something to save them for another art collage or in a recycling bin. All right, friends. Thank you for doing a snowy day collage with me. I hope that you enjoyed this art lesson, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.